Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Dusty Dan's Whiskey Reviews. So today we're going to be reviewing Old Carter American Whiskey Batch 5. Now, this is the second American whiskey that I have tried from Old Carter. I believe I had tried American Whiskey Batch 3, if I'm not mistaken. It was really, really good. So now we're going to be trying the American Whiskey Batch 5. Now this one comes in at 134.9 proof and aged 13 years, but rumored to have older MGP stock in it. There's 2,429 bottles that were produced, so really not that many bottles out there, guys. Again, thank you to Mark and Sherry Carter for sending me this sample to review on the channel. Very excited to get into this one, guys. So without further ado, let's go. All right, guys, welcome back. So again, I really don't have a lot of experience with their American whiskey batches. Again, I believe I tried batch 3, and I really liked it. It was pretty damn good. So let's go ahead and get into the color on this one. This actually has a nice dark, like bronze color to it. Really, this one's actually really oily. Long, thick legs on this one. It smells fantastic too when I pour it on the glass. Let's get into the nose, guys. Woo! Get a little bit of that heat on the nose. Oh my God! You got brown sugars, like burnt brown sugar. A little bit of toffee in there, some toffee sweetness. Little bit of cinnamon in there, not too much. Maybe a slight, like a really slight bit of some nuttiness in there, like some almond. Guys, a yellow, like this really rich yellow cake note to it. That's like a lot of what I'm getting right now. Like a yellow cake sweetness, a little bit of almond, some toffee. And then there's a little bit further into the glass, there's like some darker fruit notes to it, like a raisin, maybe a plum. More along the lines of like a raisin. God, it's a beautiful nose, man. I could smell this all day. All right, guys, let's get into the palate. Cheers. Oh my God. So, being 134.9 proof, you do feel a little bit of that, but it doesn't drink like it's 134.9 proof. Say maybe 125-ish, right around that range. Completely coats the palate. It's like this, almost leaves like this sugary, this buttery, sugary note all over the palate. You get some of that toffee on the front of the palate, that toffee sweetness that I picked up on the nose. Some cinnamon that kind of mingles in there with that toffee. Man, that finish is just, that finish is still going down. Long finish. It's almost like on the middle of the palate, I get a little bit like of a maple, like almost like a little bit of a maple syrup note on there. Well, that was a great first sip. Let's get into the second sip, guys. Oh my God, it is so good. So again, that toffee sweetness still there. Not getting any of that yellow cake like I was hoping to. Toffee sweetness. There are some darker fruits that kind of develop more towards the back of the palate into the finish, long lingering finish. A little bit of black pepper kind of flowing through. That maple syrup, there's definitely a maple syrup note. It's not dominant, but it's there, right, sitting right across the center of the palate. Brown sugars, like burnt brown sugar. And again, that second sip, still that buttery, like sugary feel kind of in your mouth. Proof, again, there's no way I would guess this is 134.9 proof. It does not drink that hot. That finish, I can still feel the finish going down. Cinnamon back there on that finish, a little bit of pepper into the finish. Maple syrup right on the center of the palate. And then there's almost this like a peach cobbler, almost like a peach cobbler sweetness on the front and to the middle. Like there's that toffee sweetness that's on the front, but now like there's like this peach note that is starting to like take over that toffee and into the middle where that maple syrup is, and it's absolutely delicious. Oh man, let's get to the last sip, guys. Cheers. Oh, that is divine. Yeah. So toffee note is still there. It's starting to fade away, but that peach, like a peach cobbler, like peach vanilla ice cream, is starting to develop on the front of the palate. That sweetness, maple syrup just sitting there across the center of the palate. And then into the finish is that like cinnamon kind of peppery note that kind of flows into the finish. And then that little bit of darkness that's sitting there like on the back of the palate, like right before the finish, like a little bit of that raisin that's sitting back there, but completely mouth coating, oily, that buttery, sugary feel in your mouth. This is amazing right here. God, I wish I had a bottle of this. Again, 134.9 proof. I don't feel that on the palate. It drinks like it's 125 proof, and that's still high, but like unbelievable. Fantastic American whiskey batch 5 here from Old Carter. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of Dusty Dan's Whiskey Reviews. I want to send a big thank you over to Mark and Sherry Carter from Old Carter Whiskey Company for supplying me with the sample to review on the channel. Again, this is only my second experience with their American whiskeys, and I can tell you this one was way more memorable than the other one that I tried. This is incredible here. I'm going to try to find a bottle if they still exist out there. I know it's less than 2,500 bottles. Just amazing mouthfeel, long lingering finish. A lot of, it didn't evolve really. It really kind of just, the flavors were there, and they were there on the second sip, and they were there on the third sip. Only thing that really kind of changed for me was that like peach cobbler or vanilla ice cream note that kind of started to appear on the front of that palate. Outstanding American whiskey batch 5. So thank you, Mark and Sherry Carter, for supplying me with the sample to review on the channel. Guys, if you're looking for more reviews like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button, bell notification to be alerted of any upcoming reviews or live streams. You also find me on Instagram at Dusty Dan's Whiskey Reviews. And until next time, guys, stay dusty.